Welcome to Mind Your Bap. My name's Robbie Butler.
And I'm Martin Chappelle.
Marty.
How's it going?
Okay, this is our first podcast, and the purpose of the podcast is to offer some platform for support, for discussion, for real people to come on a journey with us to discuss all things relating to mental health. Marty, you contacted me a couple of weeks ago to
Correct.
chat about this.
Yes, just seen what you've been doing on social media. Robbie's been absolutely active on social media for mental health, so I always wanted to do something in this regard, and I thought Robbie would be a perfect man to do it with. So just think we need to get a message out there and try and get people to open up and speak about their experiences and whatever's going on in their life. It'd be great, you know.
Well, this week was World Mental Health Week. There was a lot of stuff going on in and around the media, mainstream media, social media, a lot of events around the world, a lot of stuff happening here in Northern Ireland. And there's, without going over the facts and figures, Marty, we know in Northern Ireland there's a huge need to address mental health and suicide prevention as a priority.
Yes.
And hopefully this wee platform, and with people watching, hopefully communicating with us, letting us know if we're doing things right, if we're on track or not. We'll get that two-way process going, guys. If you would communicate with us, we'll have our Twitter account up and going. We'll fire you up a link into Twitter. Contact us through the YouTube channel, and certainly you can fire in things that you want to talk about. If you want to share anything with us, we'll guarantee your anonymity. Or if you want to come on board and meet us some week, we can certainly share the platform with you. And it is good to talk. We know it's good to talk. Yeah,
it is indeed.
Yeah. Marty, what do you think about what do you think about the topics that we're going to be talking about? What is close to your heart?
Close to my heart, I suppose. Suicide prevention being one. You know, seems to be a bit of a problem at the minute. Not just obviously in Northern Ireland, but Lisburn itself, especially, we've been hit quite hard in the community. So I want people to start. People are opening up, but it's just they're not getting anywhere with it. So I just want to find a way. Maybe if we can contribute to people opening up, maybe to us getting involved in the comments, as you've said. Maybe just seeing, you know, if we can do something else for them, you know. What about yourself?
Well, my interest springs from my occupation, and this, by the way, this isn't a political video. This isn't one of Robbie's videos. This is something genuinely we're going to use as a platform to try and bring help and be real. So it'll be the real Robbie and the real Marty when you watch these videos. So obviously, I'm a mental health spokesperson. I've got a real heart for mental health, and I've met so many people, not just through publics, but through life. And you can see they're suffering, and for a multiplicity of different reasons, and nobody's story is exactly the same as somebody else's, but there will be somebody with a similar story, and I know that having conversations with people is really, really important, creating that sort of space where people can unburden, and sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes all you need is a kind word.
Correct. A bit of a release.
A bit of a release.
That's right.
And sometimes it's more complicated than that. Sometimes it may be a medical, maybe a trauma event, it may be whatever. It could be financial, it could be relational.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I know this is like a wee bit buzzwordy and catchphrasy, but you're not alone.
Yeah.
And it's important to be hooked in to friends, family, community groups,
correct,
faith groups, whatever that is for you. And I think that's what we're trying to create here.
Yeah, that is indeed, yeah, for sure. It is.
What about your own? So you Marty, so mine's comes from a work perspective, and then a social. But you have a wee bit of a story yourself too.
Indeed, yes. Kind of realised a couple of years back that I've been suffering mental health problems myself growing up, and wondering what they were as a kid, and sort of learning more about the mind. I realised that actually I was suffering a little bit, just anxiety, you know, and I kind of taught myself, funny enough, through experiences of how to deal with that, and if I feel that maybe an attack coming on, something's triggering it, ways of getting out of that, you know. And again, sort of, I've lost a few friends, as you know, through suicide as well. So it's just, you know, they didn't reach out for help, and I'm wondering why. So kind of that's what got me thinking, let's do something for this, you know. So yeah.
There's an interesting conversation that I've picked up on social media, Marty, where there are some people who are throwing a negative connotation on saying it's all talk and nothing's happening, and there's certainly a pressure on services. I get that.
Right.
I think this isn't a professional statement I'm making. This is only my own idea, that I think we need to talk, because we need to get to the point where it is absolutely the norm, and that might see a spike in referrals and people coming out and saying they're struggling. And at that point, only at that point, when we reach the top, will we then see it reach its peak, and then see that real healing, that real release for people, and those figures turned on their head. Because that's my vision, is to see the rates of mental health and suicide turned on their heads, and Northern Ireland having the best rates of mental health and the lowest rates of suicide, and that's the goal that we're after.
100%, it is. Just want to try and improve it. And funny you say that, you always keep an eye on social media and what people are posting. And funny that is, that people are, I see now, like a lot of love on Facebook, funny enough. Still a bit of negativity I don't agree with, people attacking people personally, etc. But I just see a lot more positivity, and people are opening up about their story. And it's not like it, nobody's going to laugh no more and say, you can't post that. It is the norm, because everyone has a story, and everyone's isn't always good. So you have to be able to put it out there and tell the world, and like say, I'm not ashamed of this no more. So it's definitely going in the right direction, but hopefully we can continue.
Well, and through this platform, I think what we're going to do, we already have some volunteers, people that have volunteered to come in, share their stories in and around self-harm, eating disorders, depression, anxiety, and people who have attempted suicide too. They will try and deal with all of those topics as sensitively as possible. However, we will also try and offer as much help as possible with regard to people or phone numbers that you can contact, which will be coming up somewhere either above or below on this screen that you can see across. And that will come up too, so we'll try to provide as much practical help as well. But you mentioned something which is really interesting. You talked about the story, and we were talking before we started to record about journey and destination. Now, what we hope to do in every Sunday night broadcast, which is going to go out at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night via YouTube and via the links on Facebook and Twitter.
Correct.
But this is a journey. It's not. We don't know where this is going to end up, Marty. We're treating this very much as a journey, but that's the message for this week anyway.
It is indeed.
So I just look at it. It's always useful to have something pre-prepared. But I think that's what makes life interesting. It's not necessarily where you finish. It's what happens between this point and this point.
And it is. It's literally sometimes the difference of turning left and right. Down the street, you just, that path was going one way, and obviously you go on right to another. So it's just, that's life. You don't know where you're heading, but in between you can affect. You can make an impact on where you're going and such.
And I would actually say that some people become fixated about the destination.
Yes.
And it's all about the destination. And they lose the good of the journey. And the journey is all the twists and turns. And sometimes I think of it a little bit like a river finding its course. And the river will try and find a path. And sometimes it will hit something like a rock that can't move. But what the river has to do, if it doesn't find another route around it, it's going to hit a dam and it just fills up and fills up. And it's important that you find that route round. And there'll be debris that you move out of the road.
Yes, that's right. Run over the top of it. Whatever it takes.
Absolutely. And life can get you a bit wet sometimes.
Certainly can't.
It's not. And funny, the other thing, Marty, we talked about, just to throw it out there to get your opinion on this. Sad.
Yes, that's right.
So
I think we're kind of opposites, aren't we?
Well, yes.
In a sense, we were chatting beforehand, you're kind of...
Seasonal affective disorder?
Yeah.
You see, I think whilst I haven't, I can't remember having been depressed or being overly anxious.
Yes.
I certainly know what it's like to have low mood, but I think for me, I believe in sanity. I understand that it's that seasonal affective disorder. So I love the summer. I love the bright mornings, and I love the sunlight till 10:30, 11 at night. And every year, I wonder at it, like, oh my goodness, did it always stay like this time? But even now, we're in October.
Yes, that's right.
So we've got we're waking up in the morning and you're going out, it's dark, and you come home at night and it's dark, and for me that does affect me, I have to be honest. It definitely lowers my mood a little. Yeah,
for me personally, I'm one of the sad people that actually enjoys winter. I love my summers as well, but to be honest, I love the crisp air. Getting a little bit cold for some reason. I'm always warm, so for me it doesn't affect me. So that's where we're obviously different there, but I can see why it does. And luckily in my job, I'm out all day, as I was saying, so I can I'm out in it. I think that's maybe why, where people are maybe stuck at a desk or in a factory and they're not seeing the daylight. It's, I suppose it would affect it, wouldn't it, over the years as such. So
I was looking a wee bit on the NHS England site there. Just they recognise it, but I think it's
winter depression.
Yes, winter depression, but it's more symptomatic as opposed to an issue, and it's recognising it. But it's like everything else. There are things you can do to combat.
There is indeed. So just find your way, because everybody's different. So things that'll help me won't help you, but if you can find that there, it's the main thing.
Yeah. So guys, so if you want to have a wee look at that, I don't know if any of you agree with Marty or agree with me.
Yes.
But listen, it doesn't really matter, because it's your own personal space. It's how you're feeling yourself. So and I can guarantee there's somebody out there thinks like you too.
Correct.
So have a wee look at that. But this week, guys, just want to leave you with this little quote. It's going to come up here, hopefully. And just going to say, just for this week, just you have a go at what you tell them, but message for the week.
Basically what it is, it's not the destination, it's the journey. So as Robbie said, everyone's focused on, like, I need to get to this, like, if it's financial, mentally, whatever it may be, whatever's bugging you, you're just focused on that, where what you don't realise is there's today, tomorrow, next week, that whole journey to that. So trying to find ways that you can actually just get to your destination but be happy at the same time. So it's not the destination, it's the journey.
The journey that matters, okay?
Correct.
Marty's part of my journey, my destination. He's not my destination.
Don't know where
it's already married. Marty, you don't be thinking we're not I just come to know Marty this last few weeks through some mutual friends and through the topic of mental health. So this is just what happens in the journey. You get to meet very interesting people. You click, and then you find you might have some commonalities. So this is part of our journey.
Yeah.
Really hope you'll join us on a Sunday night or click in at whenever suits you. But this is a journey. We want you to be part of that journey with us for Mind Your Bap.